Hi everyone. Hi, today I want to show you how you can use trueNAS scale to manage your storage either at home or at your company. So what is trueNAS? trueNAS is an open source operating system that can be used to centrally manage storage. Okay, so what it does is you can have a bunch of hard drives and you can install them on a server, and then you can install trueNAS on that server, and trueNAS can help you to carve out chunks of storage from that server and make them available to other servers through the network in your environment. So this is a NAS operating system. NAS basically stands for network attached storage. Okay, so the way that it does its thing is um, you can group your hard drives into pools, P-O-O-L, and then from that pool, from each pool, you can carve out chunks of storage and use different protocols to share to devices, to other servers in the network. Okay, so if I go to my dashboard and go to storage, you can see that I have pool 1 created already, and basically I have 3 hard drives in this pool, and I have 3 extra drives that do not belong to any pool. And each of my hard drives is 500 gigabytes. Those are Samsung SSDs that I bought recently. So I want to use pool 1. I want to reserve these 3 drives for another pool that I will be creating in the future for other purposes. Okay, so we will use pool 1 for this video. So under pool 1, I'm going to move to datasets, and under pool 1, I'm going to create a ZVOL. A ZVOL allows you to create block storage, block device that is it's going to appear to the client machine just like a hard drive, and you can share a ZVOL through a protocol called iscsi. Okay, so I'll call this iscsi1, and I will give it a size of 40 gigabytes, and go to advanced, and I want to make it have a block size of 128 kilobytes, and that's just for better performance in my environment. Okay, so I will click on save, and now I have a block device of 40 gigabytes. The next thing I need to do is to share this. So I'll go to share, and I want to share using iscsi, so I will use the iscsi wizard to create the share. So I will name this share iscsi1, and I want to share a block device, so I will leave it at that. And then the device that I want to share is pool 1, and under pool 1, I want to share iscsi1, and it pops up right up. Okay, so and the next thing I need to do is select the sharing platform. So I want to make this block device available to my Windows laptop that I'm using to record this video. So I'll do modern OS. And for target, I will be creating a new target. And then for the portal, I will also create a new portal. And for the portal, I'm not going to set any authentication because this is my local environment and this server is not exposed to the internet. And I'm going to add a listening portal, and I will make my server to listen on its IP address. And then I'm going to click next. For initiators, I'm not going to put any initiators because I want the storage device to be available to any machine. So I will do next and then save. Okay, and that is that. If I click on shares, the iscsi service is not running, so we need to start the iscsi service in order for client machines to be able to access iscsi devices on this server. So I will click the three dots and turn service on. Okay, so the iscsi service is now running, and then I can basically go to my laptop and open the iscsi. So this is the iscsi initiator software that comes pre-baked into the Windows operating system. So I will go to Discovery Portal, and I will type in the IP address of my trueNAS server. So 192.168.0.3, and click OK. And I did not get any errors, which means that it actually worked. Let's go to Target, and now we can see our target iscsi LAN available, and it is inactive. It is available for us to connect, but because we have not yet connected to it, it is inactive. So I will click on it and click on connect and say OK. And now we are connected. So if I go to my file manager, you can see I have two hard drives on my machine. One 500 gigabytes that my operating system is running on, and a 2 terabyte hard drive that I'm using for storage. Okay, so the drive that we just logged into is not showing up yet, and that is because we need to partition it. So we will create and partition drive. Create and partition drive. So we have that, and you can see my two hard drives right there. And now we have a third drive, 40 gigabytes, that is unallocated. And then we can basically right click and format it with the Windows native operating system. And voila, now we have another hard drive on our machine. So the Windows operating system basically sees this iscsi LAN, which is being provided by the trueNAS server, just like any other hard drive that is attached to it. Okay. Let's also demonstrate how to connect a Linux machine to an iscsi LAN. Okay, so I will just create another LAN at another Zivo under pool 1. At Zivo, this time I will call it iscsi 2. And just for differentiation, I will give it 50 gigabytes. And then I will go to advanced and make the block size 128 and save. And then again, we have to share it. So I will go to the iscsi wizard, and I will name the share iscsi 2. We are sharing a block device, and the pool that is available for us to share is iscsi 2. You can see that iscsi 1 did not show up because it's already been shared. So for this, I will do modern OS and create new target. Portal, I will say the trueNAS IP address, no initiator, and save. and that is it. Okay, so we have shared the 50 gigabytes to our local area network. So I have here with me a CentOS machine, CentOS 8. So I have the commands that we can use to discover and connect to that LAN already prepared for this video. And the way I did is I did yum install iscsi asterisk. That makes sure that any package that has iscsi as part of its name will be installed. And then I make sure that the iscsi service was running on this machine. iscsi did. Yep, you can see it's running. And then I did man iscsi adm. iscsi adm is the command you use to manage iscsi connections on a Linux system. So when I did that, this is the manual that explains how to use the iscsi adm command, and it explains everything that the command does, and it gives you examples at the end. So basically, I copied this, how to discover targets on a remote machine. So I copied this command and just replaced this IP address with my trueNAS IP address. And then I also copied this one to log in and just make sure that the IQN is that of my trueNAS server and the IP address is that of my trueNAS server. And I have these two commands. So I'm gonna pick the first one to discover the LANs that are configured on that trueNAS server. And I'm basically just going to run it. So we are able to discover the two LANs on that server, iscsi1 and iscsi2. However, iscsi1 belongs to the Windows machine, which we have already connected, so we will not be connecting to that. So I will use the second command to log in. Okay, copy that and go in there. First of all, let's check the hard drive that we have on this machine. These block devices, and we have one hard drive SDA with two partitions, SDA1, SDA2, and we have our CD. So I'm going to connect to the LAN now, and you are going to see that we are going to have another hard drive show up. That is going to be SDB, and its size is going to be 50 gigabytes. So just watch. Oh, I copied that. So let me just go and copy that again. Go back and successful. That is a good sign. So LSB, okay. We have SDB. Okay. So, and you can also log out. LSB, okay. It is gone. So that way you can attach a hard drive from the trueNAS server to your Linux machine, use it, and when you don't need it anymore, you can release it and then attach it to another server. And you can even adjust the size as needed. Whereas with a physical drive, if a server does not need it anymore, you have to physically go remove it and take it to another server that needs it. And also the size is not adjustable. Let's say you have a 1 terabyte hard drive and you have a server that needs 100 gigabytes, and you have to just put that 1 terabyte hard drive in that server, and you are basically wasting 900 gigabytes just sitting there doing nothing. So this iscsi service helps us to more efficiently manage our storage. And thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe, share and like, and we will see again in the next video. Thank you.